And we welcome you to game number 2 of the Jack Tosh tournament. This 10:30 game between DGS Mustangs and Schaumburg.
Starting at the guard, number 3 is junior Jake Demusky.
DGS in the same conference of the host of this tournament, the York Dukes. DGS made it to the championship game of last year's tournament. And Schaumburg will be the new kids on the block. DGS, a very, very talented team last year. Variety of seniors, but a young class coming in. As I mentioned before, DGS second place in last year's tournament. As we welcome you to game number 2 in the green and white gym here today. Hope you had a Merry, Merry Christmas, Bobby. Happy holidays, partner. We're excited to be back.
I'm excited to be back, yes. Very excited. I was here for the first game, called that. It was a terrific game that we called, and excited for a second game and a second day and a first full day of high school basketball.
Taking the jump for DGS will be number 32, Lucian Kling. And for Schaumburg, number 20, Chris Hodges. This one won by Schaumburg, and we go to work. Taken up by Maurice Patterson. Foul called there. That one on number 32, Lucian Kling.
Our story of the first game was how our team's going to play after Christmas break, or after Christmas.
Straight away the other way.
They haven't played in a few days. What's going to be the score? And the last game we just saw between Highland Park and Solario, both those teams, they did their job. They scored points.
And that's the big thing. You got to knock rust off after the holidays. Jake Demovsky, the junior, was the second sophomore to play in the championship game last year following York's Jeffrey Grace. Is inside. Kling is blocked by Hodges, but got the left-hand floater and good.
A nice finish.
And that three, good there.
The three-pointer worked earlier for Highland Park, and I want to see if this will work for either Schaumburg or Downers Grove South today.
Inside, good little play. Christopher Gorey.
We may see a lot of points scored in this game already. 4-3. And about a minute has already gone off the clock.
Just giving it to Patterson. Inside, foul called. Back the other way. Come the Mustangs, taken up by number 20. On the far side is Gorey. Gorey giving to Kling. Kling posting up on Hodges. Another left-hand floater's no good. Rebounded by Jared Shue. Tarosian to Hodges. Hodges looking. Penetration. Kick outside. Giving back up. Here's Patterson. Patterson, three ball is off the mark.
He was wide open on that.
Great little look. Back the other way come the Mustangs. Looking, flipping, skip pass. Demovsky. Giving back to the near side. Dribble drive back to Demovsky. Demovsky looks, giving outside, using a lot of that baseline early.
Nice
Good
block.
little block there.
We mentioned this in the first game, or at least I did. I spoke to Coach Dorn after the Willowbrook game a few days ago, and he said the key to winning Jack Tosh is solid, not even, more than just solid, fantastic defense. That's how they won it in the past. That's how other teams have won it in the past, with solid defense, and I think that's how teams have to win today. And Highland Park, they approached that well. Solorio approached it well. I want to see if Schaumburg and Downers Grove South approach it the same way. I mean, Downers Grove South did it well last year, making it all the way to the championship, so they know how to win it again.
Agreed on all points, and the defensive mind of Coach Dorn is one to trust. And we saw that last year when DGS was here, played the Dukes in the championship game of the Jack Tosh. Dukes came out on top by 3, winning 55-52.
We've seen that all of this season, especially with low point games, and they've still been managing to win.
Charging foul called. That foul drawn by number 22, Jacoby Jones. And it'll be on Chris Hodges. His second foul early, Bobby. That's a lot of size, and Hodges taking him out early might end up hurting Schaumburg here.
You need the size. You got to grab rebounds. You look at Downers Grove South. They have height. That's how you're going to win.
Jones driving, taking anything to go, but sloppy hands there by number 12, Arnav Karnik. Coming out of the game now for the Mustangs is number 32, Lucan Kling.
Oh, air ball. Nice pass.
Schaumburg goes back to work the other way. Bobby, a little bit of a scoring drought there until that jumper. Great defense here by the Mustangs. Jumper on the way.
In and out.
Nix can't hit. Back inside. Good little play by Varese Patterson.
You got to get the takeaways. Got to get the steals. Got to force turnovers. That's a part of great defense. That's a part of winning these games.
Demovsky on the far side. As I mentioned before, great defense, great hands on both sides.
In and out.
That jumper rims in and out as Michael Rankin. Back the other way, going coast to coast is Varese Patterson.
Schaumburg takes the lead again.
Demovsky and the Mustangs go back to work. Looking for something, driving, kick out, far side. And counter, Sygran can't hit. This one taken away by Schaumburg. Back the other way. Up, no good. Rebound there by Rankin. Here comes Demovsky. Goes, good little pass inside. No
Nice
foul,
block.
rebound by Demovsky. Great block there, and Demovsky gets the bounce. He outside that one. Shot by Cameron Nix, no good.
Clanks off the rim. Back the other way.
Bobby, this DGS team a year ago was very, very good. A lot of senior leadership. It's a relatively younger team coming in. There's good hands there by Canella.
They had a guy last year, number 21, Chris Egan's. Chris was a phenomenal player. They, like we said, he was a senior. They
a little feet inside, looking, kick out. Good little spin move there. I went off the mark. Out of bounds, ball will remain and be awarded to the Mustangs. Bobby, I don't think anyone in the gym is overly impressed with the inbounds plays of DGS here early.
No, a lot of sloppy mistakes.
But what do we know? That bun, good. Number 23, Angelo Ognianov.
Yeah, we talked bad about one team long enough that stuff like that will begin to happen.
Aggressive defense by the Mustangs. Outside, back up top. Trying to post up, can't get it. With a minute remaining, Mustangs back the other way. Ognianov outside. A lot of hesitation. Ognianov will be called for the travel. And Bobby, you start to ask yourself, first game, 9 o'clock, how much does the time, the start time of these games, influence the play?
Well, you think you're waking up the day after Christmas. You have to be pretty tired, you would think. But both Highland Park and Solorio came out strong. DGS's came out strong, knowing they want to try to get back to the championship and try to win it this year instead of come up short against
20 seconds to go. This is Fenner. He gives back to Ognianov. 10 seconds to go. Ognianov for 3 from deep, and he got it. Knocks it down, and that's how we will conclude the first quarter. Score 14-7. Angelo Ognianov with the buzzer beater 3. Well, Bobby, day number 1, and we know that this school has done a fantastic job in the past hosting this tournament.
They've done a fantastic job now. I mean, I was walking into the gym this morning, 7 a.m. for the setup, and you look around the gym, you look at the banners, you look at the wreath, you look at everything. Outside, there's a ginormous bracket. The school does a terrific job with the Jack Tosh, and it's truly one of the most amazing tournaments in, I would say, the state of Illinois.
And folks, for Bobby and I, it is a privilege to be calling the second game here in the green and white gym today between the Downers South DGS Mustangs and the Schaumburg.
The Schaumburg Saxons, Gavin.
Thank you, Saxons. Day after Christmas, Bobby, still a little tired.
Looks like the scores table just in front of us lost power.
It's the little things that we got to worry about.
At the half.
And DGS will go back to work.
At the half, we'll have a score.
Good little move inside, left hand finish by number 32, Lukian Kling. That travel called on Cameron Nix. defense here to start the second quarter by the Saxons, and we got a travel called on Domofsky.
At the next time out, we'll have Dane Emmerich join the broadcast. He showed up a little late, but that's okay.
Saxons looking for something, down 9. A.J. Prowl checks into the ball game for the Saxons. Patterson gives inside.
Nice finish.
That one to number 15, Jared Shue. 16-9 the score, 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. As we said before, defense is what wins these tournaments. As Domofsky, three-pointer on the way, is off the mark, no good.
I remember last year, Domofsky, he was not a fantastic three-point shooter, and here we go. I thought he was going to dunk, but okay.
Good basket there by Varese Patterson.
Thought Patterson was going to throw down for a second, maybe not. But that's what Max Christie will do tonight.
That game coming up at 5 p.m. by. It's going to be a fun one.
It should be.
It's going to be a real
Max
fun
and Chris Christie. Chris is only a freshman. I don't know much about him.
Max.
You should know Max.
Winning. Everyone should know Max.
Everyone should know Max.
Is the number 1 recruit in the state of Illinois?
I believe so.
I believe so as well.
I believe so.
Him and DJ Stewart. He's won a
DJ
gold
Stewart,
medal.
DJ Stewart is a senior. Max Christie is a junior.
That's important.
I believe in the senior class, DJ Stewart is number 1. He's
You're right.
attending Duke next year.
Both of them projected Duke. And Max Christie attracting big-time offers after winning the gold medal down in Brazil with Team USA, and that's Angelo Ognjanov for 3.
Ognjanov, I believe that it's his third 3 that he's made. He made the one off the inbound, the half quarter, and now that one. Fantastic start for Ognjanov.
He accounts for 9 as Prowl on the near side, back up to Patterson.
And it looks like the scores table in front of us is fixed. We're seeing the advertisements again.
Inside of Prowl. Prowl straight up, gets the basket to go.
We put the old one in the South Gym because the South Gym one was
19-13. It was a big 9-point lead to start the quarter for the Mustangs. Saxons had done a good job cutting that lead back.
That ball hit a cart over there. And right now, our biggest fear is
you know, our reflexes have to be quick sitting here.
It has to be.
They have to be.
Because we have a lot of valuable equipment on this table.
5:17 to go in the second quarter, and checking into the ball game now for DGS is number 40, Andrew Oskarev.
5 minutes left here in the second quarter.
DGS, a quick team. The dribble penetration is the name of the game for their offense. Pretty valuable player out for them, Bobby, is Angelo Ognjanov. And he's been a factor in the first half.
Ognjanov only a junior, so.
Back the other way come the Saxons.
Yeah, look, top of the key, they had a guy open. So that results in a turnover.
Oh, great little finish there. Butler on the finish, 21-13. Patterson outside, that ball, good. Three-pointer for Jackson Bond, 21-16 the score. Good hands there by Patterson, and that ball will stay with the Mustangs. And checking into the ball game now for the Saxons is number 11, Armen Tarosian. Out of the ball game for the Mustangs goes Butler. In comes Domofsky.
5-point lead for DGS.
We get back to action.
4 minutes left in the half.
Domofsky, good little hesitate, gives inside, up and in. That one finished by Oscar Rep. And the Mustangs take the lead again. Or extend their lead, sorry, to 7. Skip pass opposite side. 3-ball on the way is off the mark. Rebounded by Oscar Rep. It's a fight between Prowl and Oscar Rep. That one won by Prowl. Picked up and the Saxons remain with the ball, and that foul will be called on DGS at number 24, Christopher Gorey. Folks, joining the broadcast now is Dane Emmerich. Dane, hope your holidays went well. So we welcome him in today's broadcast.
Good to be here.
It's an honor to have you back. Dane's last game called was the Bennett game. That was in a 12, I believe it was a 12-point victory for the Dukes. That was quite an exciting one. Bennett was the number 13 team coming in the state. Getting it done was the Dukes that night. So Dane broadcast number 2. Saxons and Mustangs, 3:15 to go in the half. Back the other way comes DGS. Good little feed inside, no good. Too quick there, and the ball will be awarded to the Saxons. Dane, how was your holiday?
Great. It was great. Got to spend time with family.
It's great.
Friends. How about you, Gavin?
Mine was pretty good. Mine was filled with a lot of clothes. A lot of clothes. That was a big theme this year.
Clothes?
Clothes. A lot of clothes.
Get those white socks from your grandma?
I got those white socks from my grandma as that ball hit by number 4, Jackson Bond for 3. 8-pack.
I got the same ones.
You did. That was a good recommendation.
Can never go wrong with the white Nike socks.
Never. Turnaround jumper, no good. That one shot by number 44, Michael Reichen, and the ball will go to the Saxons. Timeout called by DGS. As we said, this tournament, a lot of teams need to start early. But I mean, Dane, what do you think? Bobby and I were talking earlier. You think these early start times factor into the play and the energy of these teams?
I think so. I think, most of these teams are used to playing at night, 6, 7 o'clock. These tournament games, they throw everyone off. Playing a lot of games and not a lot of time. So yeah. And you
add the factor of it being the day after Christmas. I mean, that's especially for a 9 o'clock game. That's a rude awakening. This only being our second game here in the green and white, but that is a pretty quick turnaround.
It's tough to do. I mean, you could be a good team, you could lose to anyone.
Exactly. That's what makes this tournament fun. Is on any given Sunday, anyone can beat anyone. Is the inbound now to the Schaumburg Saxons. We resume action here in Dick Campbell. Patterson demanding traffic at the top of the key, gives to Bond. Bond on the near side. Back to Patterson. Patterson had a hot hand early, but has been relatively quiet since. Great little pass there, and the foul called. Look straight up was Domofsky, but drawing the foul is Armin Tarosian, and he will be at the line shooting 2:10 to go in the first half. Hits the first. 23-20, they cut it back to 3. Now this is where it gets interesting. Angelo Ognianov, number 23, just checking into the ball game for DGS, accounts for 9 points. 3 threes, all good, as Butler and the Mustangs come back the other way, but Ognianov hit that 3 to end the half. It was relatively deep. These quick hands by the DGS Mustangs have worked pretty well for them, and that defense is strong. There's Ognianov, left hand penetration, no good, gives the opposite side. Butler 3-ball on the way, and he got it. This one goes back up top. Good little save there by Bond. Patterson looked for something. He'll get it. And outside, no good. This one to O'Neinoff and the Mustangs. Up to Domovsky. As we go back the other way. Domovsky. Nothing. Gives to Butler on the far side. Dang, not a lot of traffic. We're used to watching a York team where everyone is moving as Domovsky. The jumper, no good. Rebound by Hodges, and that won't be no good. But we're used to watching a team where the offense is always moving. When you see teams come in from other conferences, it's kind of funny how you can see the difference in play between the two.
It's a whole different style of basketball. I mean, Schaumburg's doing a good job moving the ball around, getting open looks, but they're 6 points down, and recently here they've been missing a lot of shots, but Schaumburg's pretty similar.
The West Suburban Conference notorious for strong defenses. It's a sloppy pass there. Here goes Patterson. 30 seconds remain in the first half. 6-point advantage for the Mustangs of Downers Grove. Butler and the Mustangs most likely trying to run it down.
There's no shot clock.
So they can hold the last shot. Butler with 5. Gives it to Domovsky. Domovsky out to O'Neinoff. O'Neinoff throws it up off the mark. And that's how we will conclude the first half. It is 26-20. DGS leads. Schaumburg trails. And we'll be right back after the halftime break. 26-20. The score at the end of the half. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. We snagged that. Let's go, Bob. No.
And we welcome you back to the Jack Tosh tournament. Second game of the green and white here today between the DGS Mustangs and the Schaumburg Saxons. Important note for the Saxons. Back in the ball game is number 20, Chris Hodges. He accounted for 2 fouls very early in this ball game, and he'll see his first action again here to start the second half. Bobby very impressed with how the Mustangs looked there in the first half. Dane.
Bobby just feels smoother.
Yeah, why did I keep...
I guess Bobby's just...
You guys are really throwing me off. Bobby was here for the first quarter. You came in during a timeout.
My bad.
It's all good. Day after Christmas, everyone deserves to be... Day after Christmas, everyone deserves their time. Saxons go back to work. Inside is Jared Shue.
Oh my God.
That double dribble call on Domovsky. It's 26-22. As Schaumburg counts for the first point of the second half. Cuts DGS's lead to 4.
Expect them to fight back in this game.
Yeah, these DGS Mustangs of the West Suburban Conference are a team that are they have struggled a little bit in this tournament. So they made it to the championship game last year, had a pretty big lead on the Dukes, but as we all know how that ended, a Duke 3-point W. What a great game that was. Led by seniors Sam Walsh, Nick Kosic, Eric Cohn.
Man, I miss that team.
I do too. But you know what? It's a year. New opportunities. Nate Shockey, Jeffrey Grace, and the boys will go to work later tonight as the N1 called on Patterson. Or
And
called
here comes Schaumburg. Coming right back in this. They believe they're a better team than this DGS team.
Tonight the Dukes will play Montini. I believe at 8 o'clock that is the time that game will start. It's Patterson to capitalize. And he gets it. Cuts it to 1. It's a good way to start it, Dane. First minute 20, 5 unanswered points. That's what you need when you're down by 6 to start the half. That 3-ball on the way, and that 3-ball is good. That is number 5, Connor Sygran.
Good passing, good ball movement, open shot. That's all you need to do.
Hodges goes up, no good.
He wanted that. He wanted to slam that.
It's perfect. It's a perfect way to describe it. He wanted to slam that.
I would have been pumped if he threw that down.
Got it. 29-26 the score. Checking out of the game for the Mustangs is Butler. As Hodges misses the second, rebound by Oscar Rep. And here come the Mustangs the other way.
Hodges is a big dude. Center.
Yeah, Hodges is the tallest guy on the court at the moment.
I'd like to see him throw one down. I haven't quite seen any of that yet.
That charging call fouled on Christopher Gorey. I believe that will only be his first. It'll be his second. (29-26), 5:49 to go in the third. Coming out of the ball game is Oscar Rep. Coming in is Michael Rankin. Outside, Patterson. 3-ball on the way is strong. We got a tie ball game on our hands. In the early going to the second half. Outside, 3-ball on the way. Good little answer there by number 5, Connor Sygran.
Said the last 2 3-balls for this team. This DGS team. He's not
This
afraid
one-
to shoot.
That's Hodges. This one, you know what, Dan? I feel this is fun. It's fun basketball when teams are just trading punches and especially to start the second half. These are two teams who really want a shot here, and that foul.
I agree with you with what you're saying there. The second half's been exciting.
In the first couple minutes of the second half, that's an important time because that's when you start controlling tempo. That's when the ball game's really still up in the air. And then hitting the first is Jacoby Jones. Gets the second to roll in, and DGS will get the lead back to 3. Here comes Patterson and the Saxons the other way. Couldn't get anything going inside to Hodges. Dribble penetration, nothing. Back up top. Shoe hesitates. And Hodges, top of the key. Outside, Storino. Storino, left hand. Finish, no good. Rebound by Hodges. Getting on the floor. Again, scrappy is Hodges and Jones. And the Mustangs will take this one. Bobby, those are ones that you have to finish those.
Bobby?
Dane. Dane.
I don't know if you noticed this, Gavin, but on the when Schaumburg seems to have the ball, even if the ball is not in the hands of Hodges, Hodges seems to open the floor and allows other players to score the ball.
That's the nice thing about having a guy with this type of size, is that everyone can either become so focused on him that it opens things up for everyone else. As Patterson gets the three to roll in, a little friendly bounce.
Just like that.
But that's what it does. It allows other guys to get open. And that's really what size does.
Right, he really opens that floor. And if you miss your shot, he's there for that rebound.
Domofsky, the Mustangs the other way. Domofsky gives it inside. Out to Domofsky. Good defense here by the Saxons. There's Rankin on the near side. Looking, goes up strong. Good little finish over Hodges. Going back up by 2 and retaking the advantage are the Mustangs. That foul will be called on Rankin. Checking into the ball game now is Angelo Ognianov for the Mustangs. Coming in as A.J. Prowl and Arnav Karnik for the Saxons. 36-34 score here with about 2.5 to go in the third. Prowl on the near side, guarded by Ognianov, and back up top to Varese Patterson. Inside to Hodges, good hands up by Rankin, straight into the hands of Domofsky. Fenner out to Domofsky. Domofsky long three, no good. Rebound up in the air and recovered by the Saxons. Patterson out to Prowl. Prowl back to Patterson. To Shue, out to Karnik. Karnik looking inside, trying to get something to Hodges. Can't do it, so he'll give to Patterson. Patterson outside of Prowl. Prowl left hand. Oh, great block there by Rankin. And Fenner. No good. Rebound by Jones. Jones up and in.
Great second effort from number 22. Misses the layup. Snag that rebound. Put it right back up. Great basketball from both sides here.
And a timeout called by Schaumburg. And Bobby, like you said, it's great basketball because Dane, great basketball because both teams are getting after it, they're getting scrappy, they're getting on the trailing by 4. The DGS Mustangs, the West Suburban Conference. Inbounding the ball is Jared Shue for the Saxons. That foul on Domovsky, his second, DGS's fifth. Shu looking for something, giving to Patterson. Patterson guarded by Fenner. Get a little traffic down low. Push called on Rankin on Hodges. So, Dane, we were talking about fouls. DGS has picked up 2 in the past minute.
And now it seems like they're in trouble. They want to hold this lead. They just got to lay off the fouls from here on out. Can't give Schaumburg any free throws.
That's the one price you pay with aggressive defense. Patterson outside of Shu. Shu 3-ball on the way is short. Rebounded by Prowl. That ball will be up, and the foul will be called on Schaumburg and A.J. Prowl.
Both teams have been very aggressive, especially in the second half, with rebounding and good defense, and just exerting all their energy on both sides of the ball.
.30 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
That was a big word I used. Exerting.
Ognyanov guarded by Shu. He has a Domovsky. DGS going to hold for the final shot of the quarter. It's Kyle Fenner, guarded by Carney. He'll get the screen from Ognyanov with 5 seconds to go. Looking, giving outside. And that jumper short by Lukian Kling. So, if you're DGS, Dane, what do you have to do to hold this lead?
Stay out of foul trouble, number one. Obviously, they already have 6 fouls. Great defense. Grab every rebound you can. Schaumburg has, Hodges.
Yeah, and I think if you're Schaumburg, you got to start utilizing Hodges a lot more. You can use that size to get the ball down low, maybe get him to draw a couple fouls. Here to get DGS into foul trouble. Further into foul trouble, that.
A little bit more consistent scoring. Just knock down. Obviously, you can't knock down all your shots, but open shots, good ball movement, running that clock, get a little bit more of a lead. That's about it.
And Ognyanov. This number 23, Angelo Ognyanov of DGS, has been relatively quiet here in the second half. Was 3 for 3 from deep in the first half. An important and a key factor in this ball game is Varese Patterson, number 10 of Schaumburg. And that's who will start with the ball in the fourth quarter. Straight down inside, back out to Patterson. Patterson 3-ball is no good. Oh, good hands there. Up to Hodges. Hodges gives straight to Bond. Bond going up. He gets the foul in the end one. The Saxons looking strong in transition. Starts with good hands from Patterson. And a great vision from Chris Hodges. Refs will talk this one over.
I mean, that would be... Yeah. It's the 7th foul called. I mean... they call this.
Bond hits the front end. He hits second.
Did they?
Inbounding the ball for the Saxons will be Bond.
And that's exactly what you didn't want to happen if you were this DGS team.
Very costly.
Now you're at 7 fouls. Schaumburg has the ball. You're tied up. You were running this game the entire time.
Carnegie 3-ball.
That's
It is
knocked
down.
I knew that was in the second it left his hand. It looked perfect.
41-38. A good start to the fourth quarter for the Saxons. Ognianov gives out to Butler. Butler. Back up top to Sygren. Back to Ognianov. Tough pass there from Kling. And this ball will go back to the Saxons. Checking into the ball game for DGS is Michael Reichen and number 3, Domofsky.
It's now the 8th foul from
DGS.
DGS.
It's ironic that we're talking about the foul trouble and how much it wasn't a factor. Now you look at DGS with 8 fouls, and it's starting to become a problem.
Exactly what I said would happen if DGS gets into that foul trouble.
I believe an illegal screen set there by Jackson Bond. Sorry, that foul will be on Varice Patterson. Here comes DGS back the other way. Reichen, the jumper. No good, off the mark. Rebound by Bond. Here comes Patterson, up the other way to Carnegie. Carnegie looking for something, has nothing, gives a shoe. Shoe to Bond. Bond up to Hodges. Hodges hesitates. Great defense here by the Mustangs. Inside, and Hodges will be fouled and going to the line and shooting 2.
Right.
41-38, 6:11 to go in the ball game.
That was exactly the right idea, what Hodges wanted to do there. And rest of Schaumburg, get that ball inside, get it to Hodges. If you can't convert the layup. If you can't convert that layup, you know they're going to try and stop it. You know that they're probably going to end up fouling him.
Misses the front end.
And now there are 9 fouls. So...
and misses the second. And that hurts. Rebound by Jacoby Jones to Butler.
You know, even though he missed both of those, that's all right because he had the right idea of getting inside and trying to put that right up. Either drawing the foul or hoping Schaumburg would lay off. But right idea.
Good hands there by Carnegie. The ball will stick with the Saxons. That's something that the DGS needs to put emphasis on, is taking care of the ball, especially down the stretch. As Bond to inbound goes to Shoe. Shoe up to Patterson, guarded by Butler. Butler to Carnegie.
4 so open.
Ball movement here by the Saxons. The great defense by the Mustangs to counter it. Inside. And that foul will be called on Bond.
Again, the right idea. Throw that ball inside.
9 fouls on the Mustangs, 19 fouls that is, and 4 on the Saxons of Schaumburg. And DGS back the other way.
Now it's almost something that Schaumburg's got to watch out for, his fouls as well.
Domofsky to Ognianov. Ognianov looks for something, picked up his dribble. Gives to Fenner. Fenner, good little dribble drive, and we got a walk. Basket no good, and there's a travel.
That was a close call there. It almost looked like he stepped on like the foot of another player.
It's been
funky.
It's been pretty good ball movement from both sides. It's been a lot of dribble penetration and going up and drawing the foul. It's Patterson and the Saxons go to work. Looking down low, to Hodges calling for it.
Almost looks like that's
Patterson down low. Good little look to
There it
shoot
is.
when he finishes.
Yep. Schaumburg's game plan right now is get that ball inside and get the easy layup. If not, draw the foul. Great job from Schaumburg.
5-point ball game. It's Fenner to Butler. Butler to Domofsky. Domofsky shoots the three and won't get it, but a foul called.
DGS seems to be in panic mode right now.
That's the thing. I don't know about necessarily going straight to, chucking up the three. That just seems pointless. You have an offense that was working well early, because DGS would take the timeout. Well, you have a defense, or you have an offense that was working real well early, and you have 4 minutes to go. You're only down by 5, and you're launching up a three.
Exactly. Honestly, at this point, if you were DGS, you try to do the same offensive game plan that Schaumburg's doing. Put the ball inside, get work. You got to do what's working for you, right? You got to get that ball inside, get open shots, pass the ball around.
And that's the thing. I think
it's basic.
I think we talked about in the fourth, going into the fourth, we talked about what the teams needed to do down the stretch to close this one out, and I think Schaumburg has it down and pat. They got the ball down low to Hodges, and he's been drawing fouls. It's been working. Now, granted, he hasn't been finishing those free throws, but they're giving it down to Hodges, and that's opening everyone else up on the perimeter. This is a strong three-point shoot. There's a strong three-point shooting team in Schaumburg.
It might not seem like it, like I said earlier, but Hodges is still doing, and the other bigs on this team are doing a great job opening the floor and allowing other players to work for them.
Yeah. As Fenner take the ball out for DGS. Is Domofsky. Butler. Butler looks out to Domofsky. Domofsky, three-point on the way, is off the mark. As the rebound will go to Patterson. Here come the Saxons up the other way. And that's going to be Arnav Karnik.
Working in transition. Again, DGS is panicking. I wouldn't be surprised if someone chucks up a three here.
45-38, and the runner-ups from last year are in trouble. 3.5 to go. Sygran. Domofsky. Domofsky, good little spin move. Looking, and he's going to be fouled.
That was the right idea from DGS there.
That's all they have to do is they just have to drive and they have to draw fouls. It's nothing more complicated than that. It might be a little bit more complicated than that, but the dribble penetration is huge in this tournament because these are teams, all of these teams that are enrolled in this tournament play aggressive on defense as Domofsky hits the front end. Checking out was Jacoby Jones and Connor Sygran as Domofsky will miss the second. Rebound to Fenner. Up to Domofsky. This ball taken away by Patterson. Patterson up, gets the foul. The foul, I believe, would be on. That won't be on Butler.
Hodges again. I saw him almost have that putback dunk there. Foul called. Man, he wants it.
And Patterson will hit the first. 46-39 to go. Or excuse me, 46-39 the score. Just about a little over 3 minutes to go in the ball game. He's coming out of the ball. for the Saxons is Armin Tarosian, as Patterson hits the second. Extending their lead to 8, their largest of the day. Reitkin working on Hodges out to Butler. Butler, 3-point on the way is good. 47-42.